The Nimble with Numbers team presents Chalked Blocked with Bo Big Time McBrayer.
I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
That's not. That's not.
I want winner, folks. You don't know diddly. And his partner, Scott Stag Simpson.
Do you know who I am? Trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move. Let's make a move. Let's make a move.
Hey, you guys, and welcome back to Chalk Blocked, the world's sexiest DFS show for now. The victor, go the spoils. Look at me. I won last week. Did I not? Did I win? I can't remember.
No, you didn't. You did not win.
Jeez.
You did not. You did. It's 8-4, buddy. What are you doing? You're already starting off.
No, I mean, I was hoping I would win because I had a really good lineup, and then you just had a better one. I'm having a terrible year, at least at DFS.
Against me, you are, because the thing about it, it's hard to put it together, a great lineup with all of the great plays every single week. It's nice to be on some of the good plays, but DFS, it does not reward some; it rewards all. Unfortunately,
I've been absolutely crushing Showdown Slate. So this main slate slump that I'm in is just pissing me off.
Well, nothing like a slump buster to bust out of it. And to help us, we're going to use our Run the Sims tools, our classic optimizer. We do smell something a little fishy with the percentages here with Zachary Moss himself, the Zackster.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. What do you think about this, Bo? They're projecting a 42% share. Is that reasonable? Is that, you think? I mean, it could be more than 50.
No, that's stupid. Zach Moss against a very, very good run defense. Just because he had a great game against them earlier in the season does not mean it's going to happen again. This isn't just chasing points. This is chasing all sorts of wrong. And so if you're putting him in one of your lineup, you're putting in a DFS lineup in a tournament, you're just throwing your spot down the drain because everybody else is going to have him. He's cheap, but he's cheap for a reason. Zach Moss is having a very nice season. He's also going up against the Titans front seven. That's tough. I think that you should block that chalk right off the bat, 42%. And I'm calling bullshit on Run the Sims optimal rate. There's no way in hell Zach Moss is optimal in 41% of the lineups tomorrow. Not almost possible.
It's almost like they took a pound of flesh from every single other running back and just gave it to Zach Moss. They were like,
I'm giving Zach Moss a full 0% exposure. Block the chalk fade.
Ooh,
none. I will have zero Zach Moss tomorrow.
This is a full block. This is a full.
I'm actually upset about this number because it just means that you have too many people that are sheep when it comes to playing lineups. Yes, he's cheap. He's a starting running back. Play better plays, win more money.
Yeah, I Brian is part of the sheeple, according to Bo, and he says it opens up other opportunities because of the pay down. But he'll be under the field, which I get.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it might be a most for week. I like that too. He's going to be in 70%, and he's gonna be really, really unoptimal. Unless of course he goes off, and that will be
it's not
the bite you in the.
I'd say he tops out at 12 points and he kills everybody that has him.
Yeah, Bo says sheeple. That's what he calls you. He says, people.
He's just for reference. He's my running back 19 in my rankings this week.
Ooh,
so
that's
not good enough.
That's harsh. Yeah. I did pick him up in season long, and so I'm excited about that. Just to have him
take your 12 points and call it good.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get on to the next round. We'll see. Well, we're not going to, camp out here in the Zach Moss situation room, but I did want to just put it out there because it was intriguing, and I've never seen someone this high on Run the Sims projections, and then also the optimal rate to match. And so you have minimal leverage here unless you're maxed out with your 45% rostership. So whatever, that's fine. We'll get to there. But let's talk about some of the games. What we do here on Run the Slates, Run the Sims. With Run the Sims on our Slate Walk is we talk about each of the games. We are the world's sexiest DFS show for now and forever. We've decided. And we kind of just give you the rundown, what we think over, under. We got some high totals. We got some low totals we'll talk about. 33.5. Good Lord. That 32 is the lowest I think we've had this year, but we're hemorrhaging down there with Boyle McPoyle over there from, the New York Jets. But Detroit, New Orleans, we're going to start off. We actually have some points. Detroit's defense come back to earth. They've been injured. They've been banged up. You got a great linebacker, edge rusher type hybrid there on the end there with Hutchinson. But guess what? He can't do it all himself. And they've been giving it up on the back end in the secondary. Particularly, they've been kind of like a sieve. You saw Jordan Love come back to life last week, throw a couple of touchdowns on Thanksgiving. He looked immaculate, looked like Brett Favre-esque, a little Aaron Rodgers-esque, something like that. Lions back to being who they were. But what do we think about this game? How are we approaching this? Are you leaning anywhere besides Alvin Kamara? Because most of the other options for New Orleans are either hurt, banged up, or not named Alvin Kamara.
Kamara is definitely in play. And I'm also going to throw some Juwan Johnson in there, even though he's a little chalky.
They
don't have anybody else to throw to. And Derek Carr, he's looking for a slump buster. This guy is allergic to scoring touchdowns. Allergic. And he didn't have any clear answers. A reporter asked him a very nice question about what he thinks is going to be the key to doing better in the red zone. And he didn't have any answers. He was actually quite condescending with this response. He doesn't know the answer because he's had the same problem for 6 years now. And so, Derek Carr is terrible in the red zone. He always has been, or at least since 2016 when he almost won MVP. Derek Carr can't score touchdowns. This might be the game where if he doesn't score, it doesn't at least toss a couple touchdown passes, then he's never going to be that guy, because this is exactly what he needs, is a Detroit secondary that can't cover anybody.
Yeah. Well, does that bring Taysom Hill into play then, knowing the Derek Carr struggles in the red zone, knowing that he has the run package, you have the dual threat with Juwan Johnson and Taysom Hill? Would you stack both of these tight ends? It's a little pricey for Taysom Hill because you get that quarterback potential.
You play one or the other.
Okay.
I like Taysom, especially as a leverage play. He's too expensive. He doesn't have that much upside, really. He had his one big game. It was like 18 points. It's like, that's not going to do it. At 5,200, we need more than that. I love Sam Laporta at 5,600 at 5% rostered. That's a better play here because the Saints are not good against tight ends.
No, they're not.
I like this game, though. This game is very stackable. And you can get really different because nobody believes in Derek Carr and do a nice little stack there. And you can do a little Perry, but I'm staying away from these wide receivers for New Orleans because they're awful. Like Olave, if he plays, it's a game time decision kind of thing. If Olave plays, you play him. But if he doesn't, you play Juwan, you play Kamara, you play Taysom, all separately, maybe in a skinny stack with Carr. Run it back with some Lions because the Lions actually have some firepower. The problem with the Lions offense is the Saints defense is pretty good.
Yeah, it's true. I got a Laporta Johnson Kamara stack. I like that. You got the focus of the attention, nice. At least. Are there any wide receivers that you're leaning for in this matchup for Detroit? Williams is just saying. Williams is kind of not launched this year at all. Josh Reynolds is the guy.
This game is going to be about tight ends and running backs.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think that'll be kind of the focus for me too. I like Amon-Ra. You know he's going to get the volume, but just the price. It's always you're paying for it. You're paying for the volume. That's what you get. Yeah. But
if you build around him, I have no problem with it because he's always going to. I think he's had double-digit fantasy points in 19 straight games, which is more than anybody else.
Yeah, you can't just throw him in your lineup. You have to kind of, like you said, build around him. But yeah. All right, let's jump to a game that we are both kind of featuring plays in our head-to-head matchup in, and this has one of the higher totals on the slate here, 49.5. Ooh, yay, almost 50 points. What do you think about this matchup? Tyreek Hill is 24% rostered. It's the most rostered wide receiver. I thought it'd be like 35%, 40% maybe.
If there was a player that should be 42%, it's Tyreek Hill against the Commanders.
Yep. I agree. 100%.
And at 9,600, he's going to be in about 42% of my lineups, if not more.
Yeah.
This is a centerpiece play. I predicted him to have 200 yards receiving, at least one touchdown this game. I think that I think I've called a number of easy overs this year, have I not? Where I predicted 65, 70, 80 point totals, and they happened. This game is going over 70. So if whatever you feel comfortable betting on the over on 49.5, you should throw everything you have at it, because neither team is going to slow the other down, especially not through the air. Miami losing Jalen Phillips to the Achilles last week is devastating for their pass rush. He was having an amazing season. My heart goes out to him. That was one of the most heartbreaking videos I've ever seen.
Oh, and he cried.
From Hard Knocks. Oh, yeah, I was bawling.
Yeah, it was a cry time. So,
but Sam Howell leads the NFL in passing yards. He's going to get his. You can always play Terry McLaurin in DFS. He's always underpriced. If you have enough to throw in Jahan Dotson, I think he has a bounce back game here. But Curtis Samuel is getting all the volume underneath here at 4,100. There's your cash play. And it looks like he's going to be a pretty solid GPP play as well. A lot of people are going to be flocking to stack Tua and Tyreek. If I'm stacking with Howell and Tyreek. And if I'm stacking with Tua, I'm going to throw Waddle in there. I want a lot of this game, but I also want to be strategic about how I stack, because I do think Sam Howell outscores Tua by at least 5-6 fantasy points.
Oh, and he's cheaper too. So I mean, that makes
he's cheaper. He's less rostered. This is a smash spot for leverage if you can find it. Definitely want Tyreek in your lineup. You definitely want a good amount of Jalen Waddle at 7,600, 2,100 less than Tyreek. And for a nearly identical matchup, this is going to be great. A ton of yards for all the Dolphins receivers.
Yeah. I mean, would you think about even sneaking in a little Barrios, a little Braxton?
No, because Devon Achan's back.
Oh, I like that news. He is priced up a little bit at 6,100, but don't care. Don't matter, bro.
Mostert's in play. Achan's in play. This is going to be so much fun to watch, because I have a feeling the Commanders keep it close for a while, and I think they cover the spread. I think they lose by a touchdown here because Howell keeps them in the game. But Miami is going to put up 40 on Washington.
I think that the score of this game is like 41 to 30. I can't say 33. That's like a backdoor cover. I'm going to say 30. I don't think they cover. I don't think they cover.
Yeah.
If it gets past
38-31, 38-31, or 41-34. But I think Commanders put in the end zone multiple times here, where it's Miami's defense is not what it was just without Jalen Phillips. They lose a lot in their pass defense with their one of the best pass rushers in the league this year going down.
Does that benefit anybody? Kind of Logan Thomas in that kind of underneath zone. Yeah,
all the Commanders receivers are in play, every single one.
Yeah, no, I like it. And they're all kind of cheap too, so you can kind of build a lineup around this. You want to stack Logan Thomas and maybe put in either Samuel or McLaurin. You can do both. And not walk away.
If you're going to pitch the blowout narrative that Miami wins handily here, then you throw in some Gibson, because in a negative game script, Gibson is live. He's not live in positive or neutral game scripts this year. Bieniemy just doesn't use him unless they're getting blown out. But if you think Miami runs him off the field, then Antonio Gibson is a good play, because he catches a lot of passes in mop up time. Yeah,
no, I like it. All right, let's jump to a game. That I mean, I really wish we had better starting quarterbacks in this game.
Right.
I mean, that would kind of make it a better game, but we're not. We're left with Gardner Minshew and Will Levis, just like God planned it. So with that,
God damn it. God damned it. He didn't plan it.
no, he didn't plan it. He damned it. He damned the people who watch this slog fest tomorrow. But 42 is a pretty high number. I'm surprised by that in Tennessee. I'm sure the field will be dirty and messy and full of sand and slow. What do you think about this? Is this a Derrick Henry send it game? Are you sending it? People talking about Zach Moss at 69% rostership. Derrick Henry is quietly here at 9% rostered. And Indianapolis, they're not good against Leron. So if we go to the old matrix, I can pull it up here while you tell me what you think.
Derrick Henry's fine. I think he's a nice cash play. I don't think he has that much upside in this game, honestly. I don't think I want to play either one of these running backs at their current rostership. I want all the other running backs on this slate, except for this game, is just a big sinkhole trap. I'm gonna be leveraging this game with playing wide receivers on both sides.
I like that,
especially on the Colts. I love Pittman. I love Josh Downs. And if you get Pittman and Downs in a stack with either Minshew or Levis, and everybody else has Zach Moss at 4,600, and guess what? The Tennessee Titans are an amazing run defense. They're going to stomp Zach Moss into the muck from the very first word go. I don't think Zach Moss goes off. I think he tops out at about double digits. 10, 12 fantasy points is not going to get it done. It's going to sink half the field in tournament play when he doesn't go off. That's the chalk that I'm willing to just fade completely and just go against the trends. I do think there will be some points in this game. Do I think it'll be from Zach Moss? Absolutely not. I think Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, we got the Titans, Chig Okonkwo at tight end. He's going to be a good play here. Derrick Henry, I'll play a little bit of, but I want the pass catchers that Will Levis is going to go after, which will be Tyjae Spears. I like him a little bit.
Ooh.
Tyjae Spears, 200 less than Zach Moss. I'm calling it right now. Tyjae Spears outscores Zach Moss in this game.
That's a spicy take. That's caliente.
Spicy.
More caliente. Yeah, I'm not going to throw my hat out there. I might say Derrick Henry outscores Zach Moss, though. But we'll see.
For sure.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's going to be easily more than Moss.
Yeah, I do like the Josh Downs call, and I'm going to call it foreshadowing. I'm going to play him against you this week.
You sucker.
I'm shaking my finger at you. 5,100. It's a good price there, for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to build a stack attack here with any quarterbacks, but
no.
I will run back a Tyjae Spears Pittman skinny stack here. Oh, I went the wrong way. Well, actually,
it's right there.
Oh, here it is. There it is. Okay. And then I'll do a Josh Downs as well. Little Tajay and Josh Downs. Okay. I like it 4%, 5%. Okay. I like that. Anything else you want to build here in the stacking tool from On the Sims?
Do Pittman and a Okonkwo if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah. I'll get rid of here. We'll go a little here. We'll find that. There it is. First stack attack. I'll do some Josh Downs too. Just a little. Just a tip.
Something.
Just a tip. Yep. Excellent. I like that. All right. Another game I'm actually interested in a little bit there. And apparently the people are too, because
for everybody who's downing this week slate because of how many great teams are on bye, like it's bye again. Everybody's just crying and wailing, screaming that they can't sell line. Shut up and play DFS because this is one of the best slates of the whole year.
So you caught me mid-drink.
Points are going to be scored on this slate. It's going to be very high scoring. All these games are probably going over. I have a feeling there's going to be so much scoring with the players that are available that everybody's going to forget all about the bitching and moaning they did about Buy-Mageddon. Ooh, yeah, no, it's not Buy-Mageddon.
I mean, it's Buy-Mageddon if you were a drafter of those 6 teams. Like if you went heavy balls,
should have drafted a deeper team then.
Baltimore, Minnesota.
Should have drafted a deeper bench with good players on your bench. Done better on waivers so that you actually knew what was coming. Week 13, you had 13 weeks to prepare for this slate.
Yeah,
do better. I don't want to hear the complaining.
On my home league, right? I'm 7-5. I got DK Metcalf. God damn it. But whatever. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It's deep. Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah.
It's throbbing. But I did have Tony Pollard, and I do
Excellent.
still have ETN, Tank Dell, Ayuk, McBride, or no, Kincaid's on a bye. But you know what I mean. I've got good friends, so I'm not too worried. I'm not going to cry by him again for me. But for the guys I'm playing against, I definitely won't buy him again for them. So, but this game I'm playing. And I got a question for you. So everybody else is too. Who's your favorite play in this game? The Javonte Williams love is through the roof at 21% rostership.
It's not Javonte Williams, even though I love Javonte Williams.
Right. That was yes, sir.
The favorite play in this game is Nico Collins.
I like that call. You're gonna have to need a big, powerful, strong wide receiver to go up against these corners too. Not that Tank Dell can't out of the slot. I like that too, but a little banged up. What do you think about his prospects? Are you paying up for Dell or no?
Heck yeah, I want all the this game's really nice. Sutton is in play. He's too chalky though. Houston's defense not as bad as people think it is.
It's not 8,100 for CJ Stroud. Is a little wild. That's just ridiculous. That's
Denver's secondary needs some respect because Patrick Surtain is going to be up against Nico a lot, but he doesn't travel. Like this is a zone defense primarily, so Nico Collins is going to get moved around. He's their X receiver. That doesn't mean he's stuck on the left side like the Texans did with DeAndre Hopkins for all those years, or the Cardinals. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury stuck his X on the left side of the field on the line of scrimmage every single play and ran 4 different routes, and that was it. And this is not that offense. This is not the Broncos defense. They're not going to send Surtain following Nico Collins around. He's just going to line him up at left corner, and whoever he's matched up against is who he's going to cover. So a lot of people want to say, "Oh, don't play Nico because he's got a bad matchup." It's like, no, he does not have a bad matchup. He has a less than ideal matchup when the guy across from him is Patrick Surtain, but that's not going to be every play. That's not going to be even half the plays. They're going to mix it up. CJ Stroud's fine. He's just too chalky.
Yeah.
Fabian Moreau.
Good old Fabian. Yeah.
Might want to go after that guy.
Maybe. I mean, he looks like Greg Odom. You know, I'm not going to lie.
He does.
He's just
hopefully his knees are stronger.
Hopefully, because he does run a 4.3, which is pretty fast. So,
irrelevant.
No, I know. Speed does kill. Hopefully, you know, if you're going the wrong direction in this one. And Patrick Surtain, the second, has done well this year. Ranking 50th though in coverage. So his run grade strong. His coverage grade down a little bit. I want to say, you know, not that he's not the beast, but you know, I mean, I think this game.
I'm not. Yeah. And that's the thing is Moreau is definitely going to be the one they go after.
Yes.
Versus Surtain. Tank Dell down the field, just fine. Your guy that I know you're playing against me, Brevin Jordan. Let's just say it's a good price. That's about it.
You know what? It's a good price.
Everybody else is hurt, so I mean, you might as well play him.
It's a good price, but then you also have to think that the Broncos are 32nd. They rank like last against the tight end position. So you're looking for a suck out touchdown is what you're looking for, honestly.
Yeah, I'm praying for one.
Yeah. On the other side, Nelson's been good. Stingley Jr. still getting accustomed to the league. He's second year player.
Like we said last week, got the pick. He's a ball hawk. He gets that ball.
Yeah. But he might be. I mean, against Cortland Sutton has the height, has the weight against him.
I
so
think Stingley owns Sutton.
I don't know. Sutton's 5,400. I mean, that's the thing. He's juicy.
He's super chalky.
He's super
chalky.
If you stack him with Russell Wilson, that's what people are doing because Russell Wilson's 14% rostered, and then he's 18%. So most of those are. That I'd say that 4%, maybe 5% is the one offers, but you're stacking Russell Wilson with Cortland Sutton, and most people.
I'm not. A lot of people are, and that's why I'm not.
Yeah.
This is not the game I want to stack as much because I'm going to do a lot of one-offs from this game, like plug-in plays. I'm not going to stack this game. I think it's a big stack. Ownership suck in this game.
If you stack Tank Dell and Nico Collins with CJ Stroud and one of them or both of them do not go off, your battleship is sunk. And so you can do that if you're Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill or somebody who you can invest in. It's a little tricky to do that when you're Nico Collins or Tank Dell and then CJ Stroud. You can pick which one you're going to play. It's kind of like Houston Texans roulette this week. So
this game is gonna go over. I just don't know that we get. We're gonna probably get a few touchdowns from guys that don't help anybody. That's what this game feels like to me. Is that helps nobody type of touchdowns. So, yeah, Brevin Jordan is gonna be ultra chalky at 2,500. I'm just telling you now that whatever his number is on this projection is going to be tripled what it is tomorrow.
20%.
Yeah, he's going to be 20, 30% tomorrow at 2,500 because the people are figuring out now that Dalton Schultz is out. And so there you go.
I mean, I put him in there just to get Tyreek Hill in my lineup against you. So.
Well, in a cash game, that's smart. You play Brevin Jordan, you play Zach Moss in a cash game because you don't have to be with everybody. You just have to be right.
Right. And I can just have to beat you, which I have 8 times to 4. So it's been working. It's been working. Well, you shouldn't have boasted at the beginning. I was going to not even mention it until the end. And
I've only had 4 good weeks, and the one time I had a good lineup was last week, and it was the early window. It was awesome in the early window, way out in front of you. And then my late players that I was actually excited to watch all just fell flat on their face, and you came back, and I was just like, well, okay, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah. No, I think I won by like 7 or 8 or something like that. So it
was 10, but
10, something like that. Yeah, I'm honest. I'm a good guy. All right, this game interesting. There's nobody really to catch the football, and then also for New England, and then also interestingly enough, there's no one to throw the football for New England either. So it's kind of like, they don't have either one, catchers or receivers, passers, receivers. I guess they're the same thing, passers or receivers. But what do you think about Ramondre? People like him at $6K. He seems to be the go-to guy for New England. And then Devontae Parker, he's almost been priced here. Are either of these guys tempting your taste buds this week?
No.
Not a fucking chance, he said.
No chance.
Now, they're going to have to throw the football because they're going to be losing the football game. I think they will be at least. Keenan Allen, 9K. You paying 9K? I mean, he's been money all year.
Yes.
Yes. Are you paying 3K for Jalen Guyton? How are you stacking this game? If you're building any stacks, or are you doing one-offs from this matchup?
No, I'm doing a Herbert Keenan stack, and that's it.
Just a Herbert, just a Herbie. All right, we can just do I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Yeah, here we go.
And what happens if the Chargers somehow lose this game?
I mean, Josh Staley should get fired, and then he should have to
go. He should have been fired last year.
Yeah,
when you lose a 27-point lead in the playoffs, you should be just out, done.
Yeah, I call him Josh. Sorry, it's Brandon Staley, correct?
I think you could change his name to Josh, and we'd still know who he is.
The Staley. He has to do the Bill Belichick, walk of shame in New England. He's got to go find a house, and he's got to ring cam it all up, and that's what he's got to do. So, I'm not in love with any other wide receivers in this matchup.
Play Herbert and Keenan. Move on. That's all you need to do.
And then maybe let me just see how much they're rostered real quick. I just want to see the defense in this situation. The Chargers defense, it's 4K, only 3% rostered. They're not great at defense, but the Patriots, look at offense. So that might be a play if you're, looking to spend 4K. I'm not normal.
I'll throw some Ramondre Stevenson in too, but it's not pretty.
It's looking slim. Okay. All right. This game, oh man. Kenny Pickett, he's been unleashed. 5,100. No Matt Canada.
That's the funniest shit ever.
Wild.
Wow. He had the best game he's ever had in his life. 278 and no touchdowns.
Right.
278 and 0 touchdowns. And we're talking about, woo, Kenny Pickett.
Didn't they lose to Cleveland?
The dude sucks.
They lost, right? Yeah. My favorite part about that game was that Deontay Johnson decided to take plays off. He just didn't even realize a game was going on while he was on the field. It's just wild.
They won. The Steelers won.
Okay.
But that was pretty funny because he was not obviously not a part of the play other than if he wanted to block his guy. It would have been just nice to see effort on the play.
He just
But
stood
after the live ball that comes out with the fumble, like
right by his leg.
Jalen Warren fumbles the ball and the ball bounces right past him and he didn't even look at it. He just kept walking by.
He
And
was
of
just
course
like, nah.
it got run back almost to the end zone.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit. Yeah. Wow. So Kyler Murray has a few weapons in this game that are priced down. He's got Marquise Brown, but is he going to play? What do you think?
He'll
Did
play.
not practice on Friday. That's all.
That's a really nice spot for him too. He will play.
I know. Okay, 5,200. I don't like how expensive. I mean, they price up the quarterbacks like a motherfucker. I don't like how expensive Kyler Murray. Yeah, so expensive. And then. But if you're going to play him, if you're going to stack him, I mean, 5,200 right there for Marquise. He's your guy. You could get crazy.
Marquise, questionable tag, no chalk. He will play. Trey McBride, questionable tag, no chalk, will play.
A little chalk.
Is your
little chalk.
This is your double stack opportunity right here. Ooh. Kyler, Hollywood, McBride. And that's a nice play. You don't need to run back any Steelers because they're never going to score any points. It was their first 400-yard game since before Matt Canada was their OC.
I'm going to just.
He never not even in one game in 3 years that he was the offensive coordinator of the Steelers, he never had more than 400 yards in a game. Not once. Tell me how that guy kept his job for so long.
I mean, he got bitched out by the kicker, Chris Boswell.
Well, he deserved it. Yeah, he's never done anything well in his entire career, and yet he kept his job for 3 years.
I didn't even think he should have had a job for 2 years. That first year should have.
He didn't even deserve the job in the first place.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm glad that we're deciding who deserves to work in the NFL now. That's always what I wanted to do. Yeah,
we deserve to work in the NFL over Matt Canada.
Well, over Arthur Smith too. But speaking of, that's called a transition, kid. Boom, boom. We're on the Bijan Robinson mobile. What do you think now? Bijan unleashed 2 touchdowns. Finally saw what we know he can do. We watched the games at Texas. We know he's a beast in the open field. No, he can just dance on a dime. He's got the Fred Astaire moves. What do you think about this game, though? The Jets defense, it's not great against the run, but they're good overall. And the Falcons kind of aren't great overall, like we mentioned with the Smith situation. But Bijan, nice price overall. So it's a lot of yin and yang here. I like Bijan this week. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling a Bijan Falcons defense stack.
Ooh, we can't do that on here necessarily, but I can up the defense a little bit. Holy shit. 19%.
That's why you do the stack. You do not do a one-off with either one of these.
God damn, that's big balls. That's the biggest one I ever seen. That's huge.
Well, that's because Tim Boyle is not even a good high school quarterback.
He's not even
and yet he's the Matt Canada of backup quarterbacks where he just failed upward. He was one of the worst college quarterbacks by statistical value in the history of college football and still had a job in the NFL.
Yeah, he's Aaron Rodgers like gopher. He's like, go get me a sandwich. Go get me a new Achilles. You know?
Probably.
Yeah. Go find me a willing
Tim Boyle so bad that this 19% that's popping up isn't high enough. That's how bad Tim Boyle is.
Yeah, I know. I've got them. They're on my home league, so what am I gonna do?
Yeah, the Falcons defense is a very this is the chalk that you just say, you know what? Let's do it, because there is absolutely zero chance Tim Boyle throws for a touchdown or runs for a touchdown. The Jets might get shut out in this game at home. Embarrassing.
One could hope. One could hope.
And they should. There's no way the Jets offense can do anything against this defense. Falcons defense underrated this year.
Yeah, take the Falcons. Take the +2 and make it a -2 on the Falcons. And
yes. And tease it. Tease it to 7. If you tease that line, buy points, sell off points actually for the Falcons to tease it to Falcons -7 and bet it. The odds should be 3 or 4 to 1. That's where you make your money.
Yeah. So we're gonna call that's our tease and fluff of the week. That's the fluffing is when you make it bigger and you're fluffing your own pockets.
You're selling points.
Yeah, the stuff and fluff. Boom! You got a new name. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna play anybody else. My wife said, "Do I burn Drake London at the stake this week?" I said, "No. You guillotine him." So I said, "Make it quick and painless." Just he's got Reed. He's got sauce. You don't want any of that sauce. It's hot. It burns. Gets in the eyes. So no Drake. Sorry, Drake. God bless you. All right. This is what I want to talk to you about. Rashad White is 6,300. He's also 26% rostered. In cash, I don't give a shit. I'm playing him against you.
Yes.
But in real life, what do you think about this? It's kind of high, but then still the Bucks are a run heavier team now because they got.
This is a smarter play than Zach Moss.
Thank you.
Well, you're playing both of them, so I can't be.
It's just to get Tyreek in there, honestly. So
I know
it's all about the Tyreek.
Yeah. Rashad White's a great play at his chalk level. The Panthers' run defense, I think, is bottom 3 in the league. It's not good.
Oh yeah, it's not good. If you go to the running back and you go to the points per the game, it's bad.
Worst.
Yeah,
Just
15
like
touchdowns, 18 total touchdowns, which is it's
Not
the
good.
most. It's the most. Yeah. So that's a bad
So
thing.
there you go.
100 yards, eh?
Yeah, you should play some Rashad White.
Yeah. I think he might be optimal. I don't listen when you say that what's his name is optimal, and then you say that he is negative 14% optimal. That doesn't make sense. But
It's
okay.
because of the price difference. I'm convinced that the only reason they say that Zach Moss is optimal is because he's cheap.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I need to just go and limit our Zach Moss because they're gonna fluff him in there. They're gonna try to put him in all our lineups. So we'll just put him at 15%. Just so they can't do it to us. We know what you're doing. Do you like any of the wide receivers in this game? It's almost been like Mike Evans or bust.
Yeah. You play Mike Evans every week.
That's about
no
it.
matter what.
Yeah. I'm not paying or playing Faker Mayfield though. I played him last week and I played Evans last week and I didn't. That was not great. So I'm. Watch them get 3 touchdowns this week, and then they're like the nuts. Fuck! If that happens, that happens. But I don't think it will. So
I'll have some Baker and Evans stacked with Rashad White on slot because Panthers, they're going to get run off the field. This is a terrible team.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. I'll give you a little 5% stack on that. Okay, fine. I caved and I stacked. I lied.
You should.
Yeah. All right.
Game of the week.
The game of the week, right? I was going to say the game. I actually went back and watched some of the playoff game, the NFC championship game, which was replaying on the NFL Network. Shout out Laquan. That's his network. He owns it. He tried to burn down the NFL studios.
I know.
Fire takes only.
I was about to drive down there and save Scott Hansen. Just like throw him over my shoulder and run him out of there.
I'm not going to lie. When that alarm started going off, I DM'd LQ. I said, bro, are you safe? Because he was in the studio. Yeah. He was there watching. He said, I'm out. We got out of the building. And then as I looked on, Scott Hansen was not out of the building. I was like, oh, goddamn, Scott's still there. So I was
Scott's like, oh, I'm not pausing this for nothing.
No, this is
I need myself and I need one cameraman. That's it.
Yeah. Just a green screen to me. No. I'm glad everybody was safe. But anyway, this game is going to be great. And then here's the thing that's interesting about it. Only Christian McCaffrey is really rostered. And that makes absolutely no sense because, Brock Purdy a little bit, I guess 10%. But still, out of 10 there's 20 quarterbacks. So that's not bad because the Eagles are not great against quarterbacks. And, they're second worst. Or wide receivers. Right. They're actually worst against wide receivers. They've given up 17 touchdowns, almost 2,200 yards. That's bad. That's bad. Right.
So here's what you do. Here's what you do. You do a mega 2x2 game stack here.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm building.
And this is my stack of the week.
Okay.
It's Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk on one side.
Oh, it's good.
And the other side, Devontae Smith and DeAndre Swift.
Oh, it's a Smith-Swift. No. Oh, yeah.
That's the one right there.
There we go.
That's my stack of the week.
I love it at 2,700. But I also would like to do that same stack with Debo and just save $1,000. So I'm gonna go a little bit underneath, but I like that too. Debo at 6,200. It was between Debo and Rashad White for me, and that's where I was playing around with the money. And I got
you gotta put some Kittle in there too because they're bad against tight ends. The only thing that the Eagles are good against is running back, and they got their work cut out for them.
Oops, that was the wrong one. No Jack Stoll. Sorry, bro. No Jack Stoll. No. AJ's he's a little too expensive there, but not here. Here we go. I like that. Not too bad. Yeah, this is going to be a game. If you look at the rostership of this game, it's interesting. If you look at by position, Jalen Hurts, 8% only. The tush push, by the way, Roger Goodell. God damn it,
moron.
I fucking hate him so much. He is now coming out like he's like the Don Corleone of the fucking NFL. I don't really like the tush push. Who gives a fucking shit what you like, you piece of God? It just makes me so angry.
If there's one team that's amazing at something and every other team sucks at it, it's not against the rules. It's not unfair if only one team is good at it.
Hey, how about this? I watched a breakdown. I don't know if it was from Baldy or somebody. It might have been Baldy, but they did a breakdown of Carson Wentz's quarterback sneaks before the tush push was ever invented. 36 of 38%, or 30. That's like a 98% or 97% success rate because of one Jason motherfucking Kelsey, and they showed his form. I think I DM'd our group down low.
A Hall of Fame center,
right?
That's what matters.
Him. Right,
that's
you're gonna punish him. Listen. This is the thing. This is the secret. If you want to know, it's called leverage. And Jason Kelsey's not 6'8", right? He's nice little 6'1", whatever it is. He can get lower than the other people, and he does what I do. And what all the fat little men do is you get lower and then you goer, and that's what he does. He just plows. He plows right through, and he's lower than everybody else, and he's got leverage over everybody else, and he's got momentum over it, and he's attacking. It's momentum and force and speed and underneath, and it's just it makes me so mad that they're going to do this. And if they do this, we're going to protest somewhere. Like in real life, I got to like find out where Goodell lives and go moon him or something. I don't know. But let him know that the brown eye of Sauron is watching him because he's just ridiculous. So I hate it. Don't you? And I'm not from Philly. I'm from fucking Washington, right?
I'm a Cowboys fan, and I want them to keep the push.
Football. Don't you do this? I'm going to make a petition and make Sleepy Joe for Biden sign it. So, yeah.
What am I signing? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'll sign it. Andy Reid's mustache must stay on forever. I'm signing it. So,
can I answer Brian's question? DeAndre Swift is great at football. He's going to catch a lot of passes. He's going to break a 60-yard touchdown run in this game. The 49ers defense is good. It's not great. It's also good. It's not great.
It can be broken at times on big plays. So
they've had spats where they missed a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
Yes, they are good.
That's all.
The fact that they are a road favorite against a team with one loss this year is an absolute motherfucking joke. The Eagles are going to win this game by double digits.
It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. All right.
That's one thing about this game is the Eagles will win.
Yeah. Last game of the week. That's what I'm telling you. 5% rostered, bro. I know you don't like the price, but I mean, Kyron Williams is the truth. He gets 25 fucking touches a game, right? And he gets six targets, and he gets all the red zone carries. So it's just doing what they do.
He's a slower Jalen Warren, and Warren busted a long one on. He's super slow. He's one of the slowest running backs in the NFL.
He's the volume,
but he's good. He's good at football. He can catch. He can block. He has good patience. He knows how to line up and get north and south on his zone runs. He gets behind his pulling guards and the gap schemes. Kyron Williams is a smart football player that can do everything well. Just because he's not athletic at all, he's probably one of the least athletic running backs in the history of the league, going back since before the merger. This guy is very unathletic. He's just a good football player. He runs like my grandpa. He runs like that Kansas Jayhawks alum in that viral video where they let him score a touchdown from 30 yards. He runs like that, and he's still going to put up 20 fantasy points. Kyron Williams at 11% leverage is an insanely good play this week.
Yeah, I like it. I'm playing him against you. That's another reason I save my money with Zach Moss. Anyway, yeah, I like Kyron Williams this week, and I'm
Dueling
not.
banjo time though. It's
Yeah,
dueling banjos this week.
that's what I'm saying. I don't like any stacks in this game that are not singles,
We
and I
got,
don't
we
only
got
like.
check down Joe back. Check down Joe is back.
I'll check down Joe. I should have put Jerome Ford in instead of Mawson, but I guess no, that's a $900 difference maybe. But no, Jerome Ford, very live. Check down Joe. I mean, maybe Kareem Hunt too, a little bit. Whoever gets the check down.
He's hurt though. No,
Okay,
Kareem Hunt's very banged up. He might not
okay,
even
then
play
none.
until the
Well,
end.
he runs like a transformer, every time. You're like, oh, I'll transform real quick. You're gonna get hurt running, But anyway, I like it. You want to run the Sims?
Run him.
Let's run the Sims and watch Zach
I like
Moss.
David and Joku too. So
Oh yeah,
that's
we didn't
what
talk
it's
about him. Oh look, Zach Moss. Oh look, Zach Moss. Zach Moss. Zach Moss. Zach Moss. Zach. He's in all the personal lineups. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because those are the 15% it's going to give you is the optimal according to them.
According to them. Yeah, it's hard to not find a Zach Moss lineup. Okay, here we go.
Scroll down farther.
It's got Russell Wilson, Rashad White, Kamara, Pittman, Hill. I don't like Juju. We can get rid of him. Chig, Cade Otton. Get rid of him too. Atlanta Falcons defense.
I'm playing so much leverage this week, it's not even funny. The chalk is too much.
I don't like this Juju situation.
Oh, Juju should not be in any DFS lineup ever.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to that game and I'm going to say, hey, Juju. Where's Juju at? Did I get the wrong game? Oh, I did. That's why. Okay. Juju, my Schuster. I actually need to make it smaller, unfortunately, so I can see it. Okay. And then Juju, you are out, bro. I'm going to rerun those Sims. Without
He
Juju.
may be the only healthy pass catcher they have. I still won't play him.
I don't want him. Yeah. I like this one if you don't have Zach Moss, but you got Zach Moss in there.
He can move him around. Yeah, and that's the thing with Zach Moss. He's so cheap that's the reason optimizers are picking him up. 4,600 for starting running back, even in a terrible matchup, is still going to be optimal for being able to build around him. Will you get any upside from him? Maybe, but I just think it's very unlikely. So I'm doing a full fade on Zach Moss, as I stated before. I'd rather play Tyjae Spears right there in that lineup. Russell, Tyjae, Bijan. That seems nice to me because you have your Pittman pivot. And Cade Otton, no, I'd probably switch Cade Otton out for somebody else.
They love Cade too. I'm gonna go get rid of Cade.
Yeah, Cade Otton is a great blocker, but he doesn't score fantasy points.
Yeah, it's okay, Cade. It's okay. All good things. All good things. It's okay. We still like you. We just don't love you.
I don't like him.
Yeah. They put Hunter Henry in there instead. Oh, here's a Laporta one. It's got Zach Moss in it, but Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Curtis Samuel, Kamara, Tyreek, Jawan. Yeah, that's not bad. Not terrible. Here's one. What do you think about this lineup right here? It has Russell Wilson naked for some reason, but I mean,
I like it. I like it though.
Yeah,
Ford and Kyron's a really good, nice lineup stack.
Yeah, not a big fan of
building one right now with a couple very leveraged running backs that I'm excited for.
Yeah,
for the Chalk Block tournament, I am going to go full on leverage. You guys are not going to dupe me, bro.
No dupe me's. There's not going to be that. No dupe me. Don't dupe me, bro. Down here, this one's interesting. Murray, Harris, Moss is in it. He's everywhere. All right, this one might be interesting. Wilson, Spears, Warren, Downs, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, David Njoku. Get rid of Cade Otton. They love the Otton. These are good. I'm excited. Let's jump into, and I'm going to pull it up real quick on my email. Hopefully, the email doesn't show anything else. You never know when you're going to pull up your email. The FBI could be telling me stuff. You know what I mean? It could be like, what's going on. No, okay, good. This is your projected winning lineup possibly this week. Why don't you lead us off here in the clash? I am 8-4, by the way, this year. I want to get. Yeah, I know it's tough. Yeah, that's like every time Bo wins, I win twice. So,
Yeah.
but that's a
it takes a teacher to come up with that very complicated math.
Thank you. I teach second grade. My kids still probably couldn't get that. A couple of them could, but not without a little staring. But
this is me in desperation mode. I need a blow up performance, and you're playing it safe as you should with an 8-4 record. Your lineup is super duper ultra mega chalky. Mine is completely stacked and double stacked and no takesies, backsies. Howell, Bijan, Jalen, Tyreek, Waddle. I'm just swinging for the fences, hoping for something to hit for me. I just need something to give because my season against you has been awful.
It's been tricky to watch because you'll be like, "Hey, I won this. I'm winning over here," and then I'll be like, "Yeah, I beat you though." Like, oh my god, my lineups have not always been the best in other tournaments. I've been beating you mostly, which is great for bragging rights for the show.
Yeah,
but not a lot of money. I win anything at the end of the year. Maybe you can send me some hot sauce. That'd be great. I love your food. But I actually have hot sauce. Maybe some other seasonings. But I love Curtis Samuel. I love that I have Tua. So you've got both of my weapons really. So you've got my points kind of cornered there. Juwan Johnson's a nice little matchup. You went double tight ends. So what do we call double tight ends? They're not dueling banjos though. They're like, I don't know, dueling derps. There you go, dueling derps.
Double derp.
Double derp. You double derped it.
I'm double derping on the derps.
Yeah, and I love Jalen Warren, 5,400, and Bijan. So you have a strong play. I will go to the cash lineup for Kings,
which is the chalkiest of all chalk. That
yes. Here
for a show called Chalk Blocked, your clash lineup is the chalkiest chalk to ever be blocked.
Well, because it's a cash lineup, I wasn't worried about it. But I went Tua, and I have Zach Moss, Rashad White, of course, Josh Downs, Tyreek. So you and I both have Tyreek. So that's gone. All my points are gone. Doesn't matter. 900 points. Doesn't matter. You got it too. Curtis Samuel, my run back, my sneaky play. Doesn't matter. You got it too. God damn it. So I don't like that. And then let's say he throws to Jalen Waddle, then you got that too. So it's a little bit of a kick in the nuts to have you puppy guarding my points in that big matchup a little bit. But I do got Williams, Brevin Jordan, just because of the matchup. He's caught a touchdown this year as well. And then Josh Downs, his a favorable matchup against Tennessee, and they couldn't catch a cold.
Yeah,
so
I like your cash lineup. I'm probably going to use your lineup here in some 50-50s.
Go steal
because it's a smart lineup. It really is. And if I wasn't completely in desperation mode, I would have something very similar.
Thank you. Well, please go follow us over at Chalk Block. I'm a little better looking now. I mean, not that much, but Bo's still just as good looking. The real Slim Shady, he always is. Go follow him over at Bo_McBigtime. And when you're there, go buy some Hotbox Batch, bigtimeflavor.co. This is what it is. So you can get some yummy gourmet hot box. I think I had one over here. I don't know what happened to it. I moved it. I got a bunch over there. I move them all around. I use them. I eat them. They're delicious. Get yourself some. And then also the barbecue, Smoke Shack barbecue rub. It's taco season. The Shelby Street Heat Nashville hot blend is delicious. And the Amigo, I mean, I'm almost out. Actually, I'm out of Amigo. It's delicious. So do go Patron Bo and go follow us. And you can go follow me as well. Let me see if I can go to my home. This is me. Where am I? There you go. Nimble. I'm moving in on 13, the lucky 13,000. I saw you got to 8,500. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, I barely gained any in a year, so I don't know how you keep gaining. It's probably because you're so damn funny.
Porn bots. It's all a bunch of porn bots. 7 to 10 porn bots. No, it's fine. I don't care. I'll take
your porn bots don't unfollow you like they do me.
No, they stick around. No, they like me. So, but it's because of this. When you get a tweet that's got like 3 million views, then the porn bots come for you. So, thank you, Twitter. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching. Mark and Brian and everybody who jumped in the comments as well. The sheeple, do check us out. And when you win, tell us, let us know, show us your lineups. Unless you're Mark and you keep winning in my tournament, God damn it, don't show me that. I already know, I already see.
Yeah,
So-
Mark is doing great in DFS. He's doing very poorly in season long. We've been keeping
that you
track of you,
highlight
Mark.
that. Yeah, I like that you highlight that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, he's going to be circling the bowl in our season long league. But
Yeah, I told my wife, I said, Mark, we were singing his praises the other day on the show and dapping him up, and then Bo had to say, but yet, we're kicking the
Dead
shit out.
last.
Yeah, just dead last. It's like the toilet bowl. 11th. Okay, he's crawling up. So I do love that. Yeah.
He doesn't want to find out what the punishment is for dead last.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely not a tattoo. So, but yeah. Also, shout out, I gotta say, in the Christmas spirit, just because I want to make the season merry and bright. A big fuck you to Jamal Adams. And on that, have a great Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you guys next